Prime Minister Mark Carney's government is set to unveil its first budget today, with Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne saying the budget will offer generational investments and something for all Canadians.
Joining us live this morning for more on what to expect is National Globe Trade Leader with EY Canada, Sylvain Golsse. Sylvain, I understand you're going to be going into the lockup this morning, so you get a first-hand look at the budget before the rest of us do. But what are you going to be looking for in the budget today when you consider this ongoing trade and tariff war that we've been talking to you about for pretty much most of this year? So much uncertainty. I think a lot of Canadians wonder, how do you budget when you don't know what the numbers could be on with the biggest trading partner we have?
Yeah, I know. So thanks for having me. Good morning, both. Quite right, Nick, right? We've talked a few times the last few months, and sort of we've come a long way, but in many ways we're at the same place. So to your question, what we're expecting in the budget today, I think there have been lots of, a lot of it's been socialized, I feel comfortable saying. So I think key for me and for many observers is attracting investment in Canada. We absolutely need to do as much as we possibly can in this moment and beyond to attract investment dollars to Canada. That's really going to help our producers, our manufacturers, our employers, and our businesses succeed and develop. And we're going to attract new startups and new entrepreneurship, which I think we really, really need in this moment. Whether or not that helps us overnight decouple from the U.S. from a trading relationship perspective, I think isn't so much the idea. I think that's going to take some time. That's a strategy that's working its way sort of through the system, if I could say it that way. But first things first, budget. We really need to improve our competitiveness, attract investment dollars, and the trade enabling infrastructure projects and discussion points, I think also critically important for me today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Sylvain, we understand that, capital investment, making our country more attractive to outside investors is definitely a long-term solution and might not offer overnight relief. But many Canadians, some that we're asking today on our show, are worried about the here and now. Things are getting expensive. They want to see relief. Is there a fix for this? Can the government do both at the same time, or is it just kind of right now we're focused on the long term?
Yeah, great question. Hard to know, right? We'll have to see. I think it is complicated. There's a balancing act here. I think for Canadians that are already impacted by some of the trade war and the tariffs, and for those that may still be, I think all the packages, the sort of, business subsidies, different programs available to workers who may need to reskill, retrain, I think those are critically important. Also part of today's announcements, we expect. So I think it all goes together. The team, Carney, those around him that are working so hard on these negotiations, I think they're dialed in, they're focused. They know that we need to do things differently going forward, but we also need to figure out this relationship regionally, and there's no way getting around that. So I think they're focused on all the right things. It's going to take some time. We know we've got some critical weeks and months ahead of us. We'll have to wait and see how they succeed. But first things first with the budget, I think, really important announcements today, things we've been waiting to see unveiled for some time now, and hoping it's a positive outcome.
Yeah, and we don't know that much, quite frankly. We haven't had the sort of typical pre-budget either blatant leaks or just sort of, here's what's going to be in it. This is what you're going to hear come, Tuesday afternoon. We haven't heard that, Sylvain. I was really intrigued by what you said in your first answer there about, decoupling from the United States. Do many of your clients want to do that? Because, just proximity alone and size of market, that's got to be so appealing on the one side. But then on the flip side, just this whole tumultuous situation with, President Trump here, I wonder how tricky this has been for your clients, advising them and saying, it's the United States, it's a massive market, but also tariffs and Trump and trouble.
Yeah, I can't think of any clients who want to decouple, let's be clear. It's been a successful trading relationship for many, many years, and I think most clients, most stakeholders I deal with on a regular basis are keen to see some version of that extended. But at the same time, there's a sobering moment upon us. We all need to recognize that maybe our trading relationship isn't what it was and won't be exactly what it was for, again, there's so much yet to be determined. It sort of feels like we're at the beginning of all this in many ways sometimes. Yeah. But so I think, no, everybody thinks big, everybody thinks internationally, keen to expand, find new markets, diversify, all good. But at the same time, we need to figure this out locally. There's no way around that, in my opinion.
Okay, we'll find out in less than 9 hours' time. And so will you, Sylvain Golsse, with EY Canada, National Global Trade Leader. Appreciate your time and thoughts this morning. Thank you.